Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to do a love reading for you all. If you find this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. Also, at this time, I am no longer taking personal readings for an extended period of time. I will definitely let you all know when I resume doing personal readings, but you can always order my other services, whether it's my decks that I have to offer, miniature altars, the ancestor money, my book. You can always reach out for that. All right, so I'm doing a love reading for you all. So let's tap in and see, what do you need to know concerning love. I'm going to be using my decks. I'll let you know which ones belong to me. The IC Tarot deck is my deck. You can order this deck if you find that any of the images resonates with you. So let's see. So I have the Hierophant coming out first. You could have a Taurus in your energy. Let's just see. You have the Eight of Cups. The Nine of Cups. Okay, somebody is walking away from something here where they might have felt like they may have been a little bit concerned about people's opinions at one point in time. Especially if they have a family that's very religious or have traditional belief systems. They may have been concerned about that, but it definitely feels like this person is making a solid decision to walk away because they want to move towards their wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups. So the Eight of Cups, of course, coming first would represent leaving the past behind, no longer being in that state of confusion or illusions and trying to figure out which way they want to go. I feel like this person is happy to walk away because they are smiling, they have their bags packed, and they're moving towards something that brings them more fulfillment and satisfaction here. Yeah, the Justice card coming out definitely indicates that this is their justice. This is where the scales now balance out in their favor. So Libra energy is also coming through. Let me see. So, yeah, the Devil is here. So they could be leaving a very toxic situation where things were just more so trauma bonding and maybe more passion and lust. But I can see where if this is your energy, where you're walking away from something or someone, you are moving towards a new beginning where scales are now balanced in your favor here. It definitely feels like whatever that anchor was that might have kept you bound is now being removed. Wow. Okay, so I have the Empress here. The Four of Cups is in reverse with the Page of Pentacles. So no longer sitting on this and being dissatisfied or discontent in a situation that just wasn't serving you or this person. I feel like now someone sees your value. I feel like I'm going to read this from the other person's perspective as far as them coming towards you. Now, obviously, if the roles are switched, take it how it resonates, if it resonates. But I'm definitely seeing that someone is walking away from a connection that was toxic. They might have had to go to court with the Justice card here, okay? It could have been, having to split up assets or maybe even get a divorce because the Hierophant can represent marriage. But I can definitely see where this person is trying to do things decently and in order because they weren't satisfied at one point with their situation. And they might have been overindulging as a result to try to cope with their situation here. They could have trauma bonded with this person, or when they was in this relationship with this person, they had a lot of addictive patterns, where they indulged together, whether it was over drinking or whatever the case may be. But I can see where this person wants to come towards you because they see you as the Empress. They see you as being someone who's very much so has your stuff together, right? You know who you are, you're healed, you're balanced, very confident, classy, poised, a nurturer, compassionate. Really good energy is coming through here. And with the Page of Pentacles, this is a new opportunity. It's a fresh start is what I'm picking up. So let me see. I'm going to pull from my I've Got to Testify Oracle just so I can clarify a couple of these cards. So the Hierophant, look at that. The Hierophant is clarified by someone walking away from a traditional belief system. It could be religion, because this person is walking out of the church. So it says here, It's time I follow my heart and leave this church. I know there's more out here and I don't care what they think. This is my life. So someone could have stayed in a situation because they was concerned about what their family might think, what their partner might think at that time. And I feel like they've decided that this is just not where they want to be. They have made a firm decision that they have the right to be happy. They want to move towards what fulfills them internally. So they're walking away from some sort of traditional belief system here. Let me clarify justice, because the scales are now balancing out in their favor. Justice. This is an energy of purification. Sage and frankincense will clear that negative energy. So this person now feels like they're more in alignment with the spiritual path. And we're talking about using sage, frankincense, any type of spiritual tools to clear out negative energy. I feel like now they're starting to see that even though they might have been very much so, going to church every Sunday or whatever their religious practice was, it was something about it that just wasn't satisfying for them. It was not healing for them, They still found themselves feeling stuck, feeling trapped, in some cases even wanting to numb themselves out. And so now this person is like, okay, they want to walk away, go towards what brings them fulfillment. Let me clarify the devil. So I feel like they had a lot of people that they had to put on this facade for, people whose opinions they cared about at one point, but now they don't. I feel like I just heard hypocrisy. They might have seen a lot of hypocrisy. It may have been just a show where people went to this particular, place. If it's church, they went every Sunday, every Wednesday, okay? And they lived a totally different lifestyle that was not in alignment with what they claim to believe, right? So the devil, wow, this is what's clarifying the devil, a very toxic relationship. So it says, stop trying to use emotional manipulation to keep me here. Your tears have never brought change, and I will not allow them to rule my decision to leave. So this person was dealing with someone who was practically begging them to stay in a very destructive relationship. And I mean, that's not surprising because the devil in this deck, there's fire all around them, and here's the fire here. So before, it was just a lot of passion, right? They felt like they could tame this energy. It wasn't as heightened, these flames, but now it's like it's destructive energy, and they can't unsee it anymore. So they're speaking up for themselves and letting this very emotionally codependent, toxic energy, letting them know that it's over, okay? So they're receiving justice for making this firm decision. So let me clarify the Empress, because now it looks like they want to move towards an Empress. They want to balance the scales out with you. Regardless of who you are, Empress energy is just showing that you're healed, you're balanced, you're in alignment, you've done the work. So the Empress, I have everyone wants to judge me based on who I used to be. Why can't they accept that I've changed and I want more out of life now? Okay. So I feel like this person is seeing you, and they're, they recognize that. I feel like it's something about you that has changed them in a major way. They admire who you've become, and other people don't understand the decisions that they're making. They've had conversations with people, and it's still a lot of pushback and opposition about them moving away from this karmic energy. Let me get another one for the Empress. This says, I hate that my sister always gets the good men. I hope that spell work I had done makes them dog her out. So there is, this person could be coming towards you. If you're the Empress, you may have a sister who is very jealous of you, that does not want to see you have a healthy relationship dynamic because they feel like their relationships just have not gone well, okay? So I feel like this person is very, very stressed out at the idea that you will end up attracting your emperor. They could be also jealous of your beauty, how you carry yourself. Let me see. High vibrational music is what I'm on. It's a whole new vibe for me. So whoever this person is that's coming towards you, they're changing a lot. They could probably be into music or love music very much. And now they're starting to be more cautious of the type of music that they listen to, what they indulge in. I feel like they're changing a lot of things about themselves, and it's leaving people feeling very uncomfortable, because the stronger they become in their convictions, the less the less they have in common with the people from their past, whether it's family or otherwise, you know, relationships, friendships. So this says, I just couldn't control my anger. I punched holes in walls to avoid taking it out on my partner. I was never taught how to properly heal my emotions. So I feel like things got real chaotic in their past situation. Like whatever this toxic energy was that they was dealing with, they likely didn't have a whole lot of emotional control. And I feel like this is why they ended up overindulging in a sense, because it was just unhealthy and they didn't know how to cope. I mean, let me see if this person, have they done work to heal themselves? I feel like they are, yeah, because they're changing their patterns, what they listen to, what they engage in. It's like they're on a quest of finding what's in alignment with their happiness. So I feel like they are. Let me see. I thought a card came out. I'm finally starting to feel good about myself again. Now that I'm no longer stressed, I can see my beauty again. Yeah, so this person, they found themselves for sure, okay? Whether this is a masculine or a feminine, they're starting to see the beauty in themselves again because they're no longer in this stressful, toxic situation with someone who was very emotionally codependent. So yes, they have changed tremendously. And the people from the past are not happy about it. This says, now all of a sudden I'm so toxic. I wasn't toxic when he met me here at the same bar and took me home that night. I'll show him just how toxic I really am. So they have people that want revenge here. Okay? People that want revenge because this person is speaking up and letting them know. No, you no more gaslighting, no more trauma bonding, no more crocodile tears. I see you for who you are. And I love myself enough to no longer stay in this foolery, okay? Even the sex couldn't keep them there anymore. So I feel like this person wants to reach out to you. They want to talk to you. It says, I wish I could tell her how I feel, but there's just too much going on right now. I don't want to pull her into this mess. So they're still in the process of clearing. I feel like they have walked away, but there's still residual things. They could still have a court case going with the Justice card there, or just trying to navigate, balance things out. Yeah, see, let's see, that's a lot of cards. Okay, so 4 cards. This says, I now realize I have the power to break these chains. So whatever chains or anchors that held them down, you see there's a chain in the Devil card here. Whatever that chain was that kept them bound to these unhealthy relationships, they've now freed themselves. They see that they have the power to do that. So this person is really starting to wake up. I also have here, maybe if I overdose, he will leave her for me. So like I said, this person, they used a lot of emotional manipulation to make this person feel sorry for them and make them think, oh, well, they can't cope without me. So this person stayed for a long time. They could be dealing with someone who has some serious mental issues, okay? Addictive patterns, and just uses these things as a tool to keep this person in their energy because they don't want to see them move on. But I also have here, I have to do what's best for me. It's time I take a break from this relationship till I figure out what I want. So they are leaving, okay? 2 different decks that shows them walking away, packing their bags, okay? So they're definitely withdrawing their energy to see what's in alignment with them. Let me see. Pull from a different deck. See if there's anything else. So I have here key, solutions. Yeah, they found the key. They have clarity here. Also, this says breakout, pay attention, unlock. So they don't feel locked away anymore. See, those chains, they now have the key to release themselves. They realized they had the key all along, but they just had to see things from a different perspective and no longer allow people. Wow, there's my my card. No, I've been waiting. So I feel like their root chakra is healing. You know, the cardinals definitely represent the root chakra energy, where they're healing from fears, lack mentality, scarcity mindset, and all of those things that would keep them bound, feeling like it's immovable. They can't shake it out of their life. So it says drum, self-expression, be bold, be heard. Okay, speak your mind, communicate. Yeah, this person is being very, very clear. They're sounding the drums, and they don't care who hears them. They're speaking their truth, and they're speaking it loudly. So yes, there's opposition, but I feel like this person's vibration, their rhythm, their energy, everything is changing about them. Like I said, this person could definitely be into music in some way, shape, or form, or that could be like their therapy in a sense. So I have here diamond ring, proposal, engagement. Wow. And then what came out with this card, so we have diamond ring. So this person may want to propose to you. I'll clarify that. Partnership, statement of intent, marriage, union. Wow. Okay, they may want to propose to you here. But then you also have woman. You or the current, a person you know, girlfriend, fiance, spouse, love interest, feminine energy. So they see you as being everything here. Let me clarify this diamond ring. That came out super fast. Hold on, let me do that again because that was more than one card. I want to clarify. Okay, I'm just going to have to take it. So, unpredictable, assertive, determined, fearless. So it's like this person is very, very sure of themselves as far as this wanting to propose. Okay, then I have snowflake, delicate situation, one of a kind, handle with care, fragile. They may feel like your energy is a little frozen or that you might be a little cold towards them when they come back in. I'll have to see why. But they see you as being their person for sure. And they are very, very clear about that. Let me see why the cold energy is coming up, or why is the situation so fragile? They feel like they have to handle you with care. Maybe because in the past they were not as gentle or empathetic or compassionate. Maybe they was cold towards you back then in some way because they had this karmic situation and all of these different factors, people's opinions. Let me clarify. Snowflake. Not to mention the sister that's coming out that's trying to do spell work against divine feminine. Okay? Now, obviously, that's not the case for every last one of you. Whether this is a sister-in-law or whether this is your actual biological sister. Okay. So this says garden, event, a date, a community, outdoors, audience, crowds, public venues. Wow. I feel like this person does they want a really nice wedding. This says seed, growth, potential, small beginnings, big results, more than meets the eye. You know, I feel like back in, whenever you and this person connected, there was some seeds that was planted, okay, when it came to this connection. It had yet to fully take root, though. That's the thing. So maybe they didn't see the full potential. Maybe they didn't understand what those feelings were that they was experiencing. But definitely this person is very sure of who you are and what position they desired for you to have in their life. They feel like moving towards you is actually their wish fulfillment. Okay? The Empress is the ultimate, the Empress or the Emperor, that's the type of male, man or woman that you want in your life, without a doubt. So there was some seeds that was planted that have been taking root here. The other card that came out is Archer. Careful aim, on target, matchmaker. So they are being very, very precise. Like they don't want to miss this opportunity with you is really what I'm picking up here. Let me see something about this sister that's been doing spell work. What is that all about? I mean, it's obvious that it's jealousy, but that could have also played a factor too in keeping you away from your person. Tower from the past, long ago. Take it slow. Tower card. Okay. The sister wanted a tower for you. Maybe because she's always experiencing breakups. Let me see. So then I have here Moose, imposing, powerful, independent, time alone, attitude is everything, cool and collected, solidarity. I feel like you withdrew your energy from the sister. And that's another reason why she started doing spell work against you. Yeah, this says secretive, frugal, hoarding, Giving lip service, prepared for anything, miscommunication. I don't know if she felt like you was keeping things from her or you owed her something in terms of, I don't know, hoarding, frugal. She might have felt like you wasn't giving or something like that. But whoever the sister is, very jealous. Either way, let's move forward. So this person wants to come towards you after a very tough season. Yeah, this says torch, dark to light, revolution, courage, fully engaged, forge ahead, liberation, stand up for the truth, bold, passion. Yeah, this person is ready. They're ready to go. Okay, they're ready to come towards you. They're ready for a new beginning. They're not coming in to bring any harm because they recognize that the situation can be fragile. So they're going to handle you and handle y'all's connection with care, the utmost care. If you felt like you needed to take your time and you're like, I'm not ready for an engagement and all of that, they will take their time with you because their ultimate objective is to keep everything whole. They don't want to break this down again. So avalanche, major force, and then I have ball and chain. This person, like major events, unexpected events that was really out of their control took place to break that chain, that anchor that was on their legs here. Something was weighing them down, and I definitely feel like it was this toxic connection without a doubt. So yeah, this is even a card of addictions, heavy burdens, baggage, codependency, trapped, difficult relationship. Yeah. I feel like there were addictive patterns that this person picked up with this karmic because maybe that's the only way that they could actually tolerate each other was to be in an inebriated state. You see what I'm saying? Numbing themselves out just to try to unsee the reality of this connection. But the avalanche comes through and it says uncontrollable chain reaction, unexpected wipeout. Okay, emergency, eternal force. So this was over time, this was building up until finally it just came crashing in and everything just went haywire. But it gave this person the confidence and the courage to finally speak their truth and to walk away. Look at that, see? That says tornado, storm brewing, torn up, a sudden unexpected ending, violent, a total wreck, breakdown, liberate, over and done, the end. Dang. Okay, I feel like their spiritual team started to move in their favor. You got the hummingbird here. This says be present, a rapid response, resilient, sweet goodness, lift out of negativity. Wow. So their spiritual team said, yeah, it's getting ready to get shaken up, but this on the other side of this is going to be sweet. They're going to be liberated. They're going to be light as a feather here. Rapid response. Look at that. Ring, agreement, pact, promise, partnership, commitment. Okay? This person wants to marry you. They want to marry you. So I would definitely just say, let me see how you might feel about this when this person comes towards you. What would be your energy? Some of you may sense that this person wants to come back in, but you may not be aware of just how deeply they feel for you. The Magician. I feel like you will feel very confident that you have everything that it takes in order to make this work. Let me see. Some of y'all might be a little bit defensive, but I see a lot of communication. The more that you talk with this person, the more that you're going to feel like, okay, this has the potential to go the distance. I feel like some of you have been hoping to hear from this person. The Hermit here, you've been spending a lot of time alone. See, I knew it. The Three of Wands and then the High Priestess. Your intuition, you can feel this person's energy. You can feel that they're going to be coming towards you. Something is telling you that they are. You're natural intuitive. You have natural gifts to be able to, y'all might even have telepathic communication. I don't know how consciously aware this person is, but if you're coming through, with you coming through as the High Priestess, is definitely giving this energy of being fully aware. You can feel this person's energy. The Hermit is here. So you've been spending a lot of time in solitude, and I feel like you found peace. You've made peace with that. So I'm getting this energy that you will be happy to hear from this person that there will be a lot of communication. You might even feel like things just pick up very fast, because I feel like in a sense both of you have been kind of waiting. Even if you didn't think this person was necessarily going to come back around, some part of you was open to the idea. You moved on with your life. You've leveled up. You know, Four of Pentacles is here. I feel like you've been just focused on taking care of yourself. Some of you, there's going to be a lot of communication, but you may kind of hold back here. Let me see why. Because of the Seven of Cups, you may feel like this person is still not 100% sure about what they want. Some of you may feel like you're not 100% sure of what you want. So the Page of Cups, I feel like you're just going to take your time with it. Yeah, the Strength card. You'll hold back until you're 100% certain that it's safe to proceed forward. Eight of Swords. Seven of Swords. Okay, so you could be a little worried that this person is being deceptive and that they may still have someone else in their energy. But I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like this person is very, very clear about what they want. Let me see how they'll feel about you being more reserved. Like I said, I see a lot of excitement, a lot of communication. It's not giving an energy where you're going to reject this person. It's just giving an energy where you're going to be very cautious. How will this person feel about you being cautious? The Nine of Pentacles. See, I feel like they'll respect it because they know that you've earned your way to where you are right now. You know, you're single, you're confident, you're doing well for yourself. They may interpret it as you wanting to just be single, but let me see. Yeah, Two of Pentacles, they might feel like you have other options that you may be juggling. The Death card is here. And the Hangman. So they might feel like, okay, well, maybe I should just wait. Once they talk to you, they may feel like it's just not the right timing. But I still feel like they're going to be patient. They want to show you that they've changed. They want to show you that they've released the other person that they was connected to, whether you knew about them or not. It's just showing this energy of putting that to rest and showing you that they have gone through this transformation here. I feel like they see you from a different perspective and they honor you. They value you. The World is here. They still put you on a pedestal though, you know, but I feel like they also know that you have a lot of options. But they still want you as their Ten of Pentacles. Okay, they see you as being that person that they can build generational wealth with and have something stable and solid with longevity here. So let me see. I'll take one more. Okay, I got two. This says Island, Foreign Affairs, Standoffish, Separation, Estranged, Lonely, Independent. Yeah, they might feel like you're in an island of your own, you know. But I also have here Swans. So this says Soulmate, Twin Flame, a pair of things blooming, the one, deep soul connections, fluidity. Okay, so over there, they're going to give you the space that you need, but their objective is that they can join you here. Okay, they want to join you in your world. Whatever island you're on of your own, they want to be a part of that. So I feel like they're definitely going to handle the connection with care, handle your heart with care. They're going to be very understanding and compassionate about your position. And things have a strong potential to progress forward. Their end goal is to be married and to have a commitment. So it's really left up to you. Some of y'all, I see you doing very well independently and you're enjoying being single. But I feel like you'll be excited to hear from this person. So that's my message for you all. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to y'all next time.